Hello, hello. It is your girl M here with my official first guest, Shiloh, of the new name of Just Talk with M. Because previously it was Just Ask M, but I'm like, nobody's asking me anything. So did a little mini rebrand on that. So officially Just Talk with M. Shiloh, my first guest after that mini rebrand. So yeah, who is Shiloh and a little bit about who you are?
Okay. I am Shiloh, obviously. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi.
Originally?
Originally Naples, Florida.
Okay.
Naples, Florida, Jackson, Mississippi. Made my way up here for Air Force. I'll just to say I was supposed to join.
Yes.
But then I was like, nah, this is not for me.
Okay, listen, at least you tried though.
Yeah, I tried. Yeah. And I was like, nah, this is not for me. And then ended up going to big up UB.
Okay.
And also what else? ECC as well. I went to both schools, and yeah, that's how I made my way up here. I've been up here like what, 10 to 11 years now.
Okay.
Maybe a little longer, but definitely not longer than 15. So maybe like 10, 12 years.
Okay. How you like Buffalo since then?
I love Buffalo. It's the weather, because remember, I'm not from here. So
yeah, it's as bipolar as our moods.
Right. Yeah. But the people are friendly. I would give it that more so than what people, because people always say down south, like, oh, up there, they're mean or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's at least for Buffalo, I would say like maybe a bit different, but still respectful. And
It ain't New York City. No, I'm kidding.
Now that's a total different ballgame. That's totally different. But I am proud to have come here, and be in a ways from here. I'm a Bills fan.
Okay.
I became a Bills fan kind of late.
Yeah.
Maybe like what? My daughter's 4, so like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was stuck in the house watching football because I was pregnant, and then I became a fan.
There you go.
Just there.
You needed something to do.
Right, and I became a fan with her. So I'm a Bills fan, of course. And so what else about me? Yeah, I would say that's pretty much.
Very nice.
But yeah.
So before we dive into, you mentioned kind of just a little education on these types of dances that lead up to Konpa.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? Okay.
Yes.
And then with the, just the connections of others, is that what you do full time? What's your passion these days?
I like how you said these days, because I feel like people don't understand like that to put me in one box. Like I've lived different lives. I'm not gonna lie. People in Buffalo who do know me, I've lived different lives, and I'm only I'm in my late 20s.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Oh my God,
what did you think? Where did you think I was?
I don't know. I would have said like maybe early 30s.
Really?
Yeah, but it's your maturity. That's what you know.
Well, I mean, I'm close there.
Yeah.
So it's still all in the same. So, but yes, I've lived different lives, and I'm proud of that as well. Like, still finding myself, but my latest passion obviously is dance right now. Now, I've always been a dancer, whether it was in church, growing up, dancing. I grew up Pentecostal. Okay now.
To the ankles.
Girl, we ain't even gonna get there. We ain't child, that could be a whole nother.
Thank you for the idea. Noted. I'll call you back for that one.
Because I got a lot to. Yeah.
We end up coming out as the worst one, because I love to dance.
Okay, girl. We're gonna say that.
Okay, listen. The more you tell somebody not to do something, we're going to do it.
Why did I just? Save that for later in the conversation, because I'm gonna bring that up. That has a lot to do with the form of salsa, even bachata, compa, rumba, like all of those
type of dances.
All of those dances were kind of in a way they tried to ban them, but the more that you try to ban something, the more popular.
Like, everything is not the devil, okay? I think I could go to the movies and I'm not going to hell.
Or you can't watch anything on TV that ain't got nothing to do with Jesus.
I mean, and yes, there's boundaries with that, but
because some of that stuff I still sprinkle
dance is an art. It's culture, it's tradition, and I think there was an imbalance on understanding the boundaries and
Right.
balancing of it. Where
Right.
like, yes, to a certain point, if you're just shaking booty and doing stripper moves constantly, okay,
Okay, I get it. But this is an art form.
That's what exactly.
This is an art form, and then right now, that's currently my passion. Right?
Now, and you have a business teaching this dance, right?
I do.
And what is the name of it?
Konpa.
I'm sorry, your business who teaches the dance itself.
The business that teaches the dance.
Is it She Vibes?
Okay, Shy Vibes.
Shy
Yes.
Vibes. Okay, and that's the one that teaches the dance?
Right.
Okay, perfect. And when did you decide that that was going to be like your business name, and how long have you been doing it?
Last year, December,
Okay.
I took a huge dive into trying to structure what I'm doing now.
Yes.
And I'm still structuring it, still learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it was last year. And also taking classes, learning. Now I'm already Caribbean. Okay,
and that was gonna ask that. Okay, very nice.
So that's already a part of
it's in your blood.
Right, exactly. Like I'm already, my father is from Jamaica.
Okay.
Big up Jamaica.
Yes.
And my mother is from Mississippi.
Okay.
So but I came up with both cultures, both Caribbean culture, eating plantains and stuff like that. But also, full of soul as well.
Yes. And you got like a good, almost happy medium also being down south, I could imagine.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And down south is truly home. So, but that's how it kind of like started. And from here, it's crazy because like I did expect it to, what is the word I'm looking for? I did expect it to grow and succeed with it.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect it so fast.
That's why you always stay prepared and ready.
Right. But I was extremely consistent because I am so passionate about this. So yeah.
And that's usually kind of like for me how I measure, I've worked same as you, lived many lives, and Jane of many trades is the best way to sum up literally the amount of like jobs that I've done. But one of the things that I changed how I looked at, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing how many different jobs I did in such a short time. I turned it into my strength, where just really, like you said, understanding customer service, but also it helps me measure who's really serious about their craft. So like what you just said, like, if you're consistent, that shows that you are serious about your passion. That in itself can decipher, well, I'm going to work with them versus this other company who seems a little too inconsistent.
Right.
And, a lot of the time, those small things, they seem small, but those can really be deciding factors in the amount of your success, you know?
Right.
So that's exciting. That's really good. So now what's interesting me is I've never heard of the dance Konpa, but one of the things that I noticed is you said it stems from salsa, bachata, rumba. So give us a little knowledge and history of how all those come together.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure most people are familiar because I'm a big history person. So we're going to start from history. Do you know about Cuban rumba?
A little bit.
Right. So rumba was first, right? Then it kind of like, compa came next, and then salsa, because rumba was like mid 1900s.
Okay.
19th century. The sound, Afro-Cuban sound, and then we're going to go towards the 1950s, okay? And then that's when you get compa, the Africans from Haiti. They were trading with Cuba. They were working, and so the sounds and their culture mixed with the Cubans.
Okay.
And then, of course, you have Dominican Republic right there beside them, neighbors. So, the history of them interchangeably. So the music and the sound and everything is carried from both places. Out of one people, many, right?
Yeah.
And even out of one sound, many. So the beauty is it is rumba, then compa, and then, of course, salsa, the famous salsa, right? And from salsa from Cuba going to New York City, we know about the salsa boom, right? So these sounds, though, all originate from Cubans and Africans and Latin America, Latin sounds. And so right now, compa, for whatever reason, that reason being it's many reasons, and one of them being that I believe that it's almost so beautiful. The sound, the tempo, everything. It's on the huge rise right now.
Okay. I do like how mellow it is from that one video that I seen. It was just enough,
It's very,
you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's very yes. So you know merengue, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about who started Konpa, his name is Jean Baptiste.
Okay.
Nemor Jean Baptiste, and 1950s, 1955, he is the father of Haitian Konpa. And you know, because of the Dominican Republic, now we have merengue, right? Merengue is a little bit more fast. Right. But then he decided, okay, you know, I want to create a sound that is ours, Haiti's. But obviously, because Dominican Republic and Haiti, they're on the same island. The people mixed and everything, so the sound sounds similar. It's a slower merengue.
Okay.
Literally, it's a slower merengue. Now, right now, the sound is evolving. So right now, the Haitians, like, let's say my friends who's my age, her grandfather might hear Konpa today and be like, well, this is Konpa, but it's a little different. It's more instrumental. It's always been instrumental, but even especially back then. Now, right now, you hear the music, you hear the tempo. There's a like piano. There's an instrumental where you slow down and like.
There are more different instruments filling the gaps, kind of.
And but long story short, it's a slower merengue, and it is really amazing. It's by the way, Konpa. It, like you say yourself, you didn't know about it. Now, that's for many reasons I don't have time to get into right now, but salsa, merengue, bachata, these are all Latin-based dances, and Konpa as well. When you think of Latin, to be Latino or Latin, it means to come from a Latin language, right? So French is included in that. Portuguese, Spanish, obviously, Creole, like there are different Latin bases. So anyways, for many reasons, Konpa was not really popular, or even encouraged. But now it's making its way, and for whatever reason, it's not really that popular. You know, here and I would say, let me just say Buffalo. I'm gonna just say Buffalo. Kind of like Western New York, but still, I'm gonna say Buffalo right now. Where if you go to New York City, where the Haitians are, the Haitians are there like a lot. The Haitian community here in Buffalo is not big, so obviously, Konpa is not gonna. But I'm trying to change that.
Yeah, and like I said, I do like seeing the shift because Buffalo definitely lacks way too much culture, especially like if you have visited New York City, you see the amount of culture over there.
It's a melting pot. Everything is there.
I went to, a couple years ago, like around Christmas time, I went to like a live Spanish music thing, and it was real nice. It's a whole stage, Spanish music. I mean, when I tell you, you had white people, Asian, black people dancing better than I've ever danced outside, even in my past life.
Girl.
But it's like, it's amazing to see because like, yes, like this is what I try to tell people. This whole race thing is weird. Like, and even as far as like the Latin or Hispanics, I said, people need to understand, like, yes, I'm Puerto Rican, somebody can be Cuban, Dominican. I said, but we're still like all Hispanics, all part of the Latin, you know, thing. So it's like this whole segregation and divided thing. It's like, to a point, it's like, who cares? We're all human. And then culture, traditions, you know, just even the education, like everything you just mentioned, I had no clue about that. You know, my first time.
I didn't either until I studied because I'm passionate about it, obviously.
But and I mean, even in school, like we were not like,
no, we were not going to be taught. No, we're not going to learn about no dance or sound music or traveling from different countries and stuff like. But what are you though?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay. Yeah. That's huge because, you know, in New York City, Puerto Ricans became a huge deal with salsa, you know?
And I was born and raised in Buffalo. My first time to Puerto Rico wasn't until January of this year. Exactly.
Wow.
I know. So lacking, but that's what I'm saying. Like, travel, get out more. Like, traveling is education. Traveling is experiencing like culture. you know, if you're only staying in Buffalo, you're literally missing out on so much. And I'm seeing that more now.
Go to New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Go out if anybody wanted to learn more about any of these dances that we just mentioned, New York City or Florida.
You know,
Florida
and listen,
too.
even Toronto. Lula Lounge.
I just got back from out there.
Okay.
That's so crazy.
So
they have dance socials and everything
that's
out
what I'm
there.
saying. I think
they have salsa meets Konpa, salsa meets bachata.
And there's stuff to do.
Like,
you have to look.
Yeah.
But there's stuff to do. Or just like, let's drive out.
People aren't like, I don't know what's going on if people don't know. Like, there's a lot going on in Toronto. And it's a melting pot there as well.
Toronto's almost like a New York City. It really is.
Girl, Toronto's beautiful.
It is. So it's, you know, get out, travel. Like I said, you have to expose yourself to this stuff. But, you know, definitely, like I said, born and raised here my whole life. I've always said, like, we need more culture here. So what is it that makes you want to bring awareness of Konpa to Western New York? Buffalo.
Well,
I know it's your passion.
To bring awareness is one. It needs to be, and people need to know about this, but also the feeling that comes with it. Konpa and dancing, partner dancing, because it is a partner dance, and it is a ballroom dance. It can be very elegant as well. Konpa has different levels. So it is an elegant, structured ballroom partner dance, okay? And if you go around Haitians and you go to New York City, because here we're trying to create this. So shout out BFKC. That's Buffalo's first Konpa community. Okay. That's what we're forming and we're building. I like that. And so with that being said, bringing more education, right? But also learning the dance. But the reason why is because I love to see people happy. Even outside of dance. I used to work in customer service. I love seeing people. I love making people's day better. Yeah. And so when you go
that is customer service, y'all, these days. If you're not about that life, don't sign up for it. Seriously.
Don't. I love people. Also, let's talk about me loving people. I'm a people lover. Why is that? Probably my dad. But anyways, Jamaicans are very friendly people. Yeah. So and we're known for that. It is. It is. So with that being said, when I see people having a good time and dancing, whether it be salsa, bachata, rumba, whatever, simba, all the odds at this point. Yeah, you see, but you see how they all relate, right? So, like, that's why, because it's not here, and as I see what I'm doing, I see like people enjoying it the way I am. And when they experience it, when you go around the people, when you go around, people who, and not just Haitians, people are learning the dance, all Caribbean people, like are learning, all social dancers, a lot of, because you have Kizomba as well, which is like Konpa cousin. Okay. But Kizomba is like Angola, Africa and stuff. But long story short, I love to see people having a good time. And when I have to travel to Toronto or New York City or Florida, why is it not here? Yeah. Why can't we create? Why can we not create it here? It will be the talk of the town, I guarantee, by this time next year.
And I think that's so important. One of the things you said of when you see people enjoying it as much as you, but that's also a genuine reflection of how well you're also teaching it. Because if somebody's just like teaching it real dry, and I'm gonna be like, okay, no. You know what I mean? So like, there's such an importance in that, and that's why like with my business, I love the details so much, because the details literally make up the bigger picture. So the bigger picture is not going to be as great if the details aren't. You know what I mean? So like you said, like just, having that passion, your energy, just meeting you for the first time. Like, yeah, that's what's crazy is as many things as I know how to do, I don't know how to salsa. I know. I'm a gringa. I am a gringa. But that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, I said, I don't know why this is like mental block or something. Like I can't get like the steps down. But your energy, it will probably make me want to get into it more, focus and kind of like lock in. And those things are really important when it comes to certain stuff like that. So I can't genuinely imagine why, like, it's your passion. It's something you enjoy. And when you enjoy what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work.
You got to come to one of these classes too. Because by the way, I'll be playing after Konpa. When we head into our dance social, I also include bachata, salsa.
Okay, bachata I could do that.
Okay, because it's like a little 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Come on now. Come on now. So yes, I play during the dance social. It's heavy Konpa, of course, but also we include bachata, salsa as well. What else? I think mostly just those two. You know, we want to.
You don't want to be overwhelmed,
right? And we want people to dance what they know.
Yes.
Even though they're learning Konpa, most people can get bachata, of course, very easy.
It's a Spanish two-step. Pretty much.
So
yeah, good.
So yeah.
So now I know you had previously mentioned Juneteenth and then some events coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, Juneteenth. Okay, and so this Saturday I have a pop-up class.
Okay.
Where's
that at?
This is at International House of Buffalo.
Okay.
Yes, it'll be at 7:00.
Okay.
Doors open 7:00. And it's me and this is my first collab, by the way. I don't know if we've ever collabed with anybody, but this is my first collab. And I'm extremely excited. One, because this person, Springfield Entertainment, has been a big part of what I'm doing. And this business is also owned by a Haitian.
Nice.
Okay. And I'm also, they do like live music and a lot of other things as well. So that's their aspect of it. And then I'm also collabing with the Taste of Haiti. Original, authentic Haitian cuisine. Now, if you don't know anything about a good, like, you know, fried plantain, you know, some good eppies, you know, like stuff like that. Like, I'm excited about for everyone to come and taste, you know, like taste.
And when is this event?
This is this weekend, this Saturday.
Like tomorrow?
Like tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Yes. Tomorrow, the pop-up class. And we will have like a dance social as well. We will be playing Konpa, Afro Konpa, Afro beats, bachata, salsa, all the dance hall, of course. Like, we're playing all the tunes. And also the game is going to be going on, Haiti versus, I think, New Zealand or Scotland, one of them.
And this is, you said, International House of Buffalo?
Yes.
Where's that located?
That is downtown.
Okay.
Yes, downtown. I don't remember the address, but it's downtown.
And then what time is that going to be at?
That's 7 p.m.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm really excited about that.
Okay.
Then, girl, right after this Sunday, Juneteenth.
Yeah, I didn't realize, like,
it's back to back. So I had not only you today, class tomorrow, and a live class going on at Juneteenth. And this helps spread Caribbean culture to African Americans, because not all of them are familiar with, most of them are not familiar with Konpa or Caribbean culture in general.
And I'm Puerto Rican, and like I said, I probably know the most Hispanic Latin culture I know now than I've ever known. You know what I mean? So that's the importance of never stopping to share information, spreading awareness. Because just because somebody is of that culture, that doesn't necessarily mean like there's so much history. I still probably don't even know about Puerto Rico. You know, so that's why it's always important to keep, you know, growing, keep learning, and keep surrounding yourself with people who. You know, my podcast, I learn differently. So this is nice for me because I'm not a fan of school, but I'll stay, you know, in a conversation more interested than anything.
And likewise. Yeah. Likewise. So yeah, it's a pretty booked and busy weekend.
That's good.
And I'm just going to do the best that I can do. I think the thing that drives me the most is my passion for this. So I think that's why I'm even able to have the go that I need.
Like the vision and believing in it consistently.
I had a friend, her name is Emma. She's actually the co-instructor for the dance class. She actually even was a big part of me even doing it, because, you know, sometimes you have a friend, you meet a friend and they encourage you. And I feel like from that encouragement to me actually doing it and pushing it towards where it is now, I'm thankful to God, of course, for meeting the right people. I think one of my biggest prayers last year, Emily, was God, connect me with the right people. Connect me with the right people. And not to say that I wasn't connected with right people, but I knew I wrote down like my resolutions for this year. And today I'm sitting here with you and never thought of this happening. But this goes to show, like, from where I was last year, writing down my New Year's resolution in my good old journal right here, to be here today is a blessing more than you know. And I'm excited because you'll see me on this journey because we're in the beginning of this still.
Right.
This is like 6 months in.
Nice.
5 classes in.
Yeah.
5 or 6 classes in.
And that's more than most can say.
From this, you get to see me evolve, and vice versa too. So yeah, and girl, I did a little quick rebranding. Like last year, December, I changed my name because it was, and I was like, Shiloh, you need to be more specific on what you intentional on what you're doing. Don't let anybody stray you away. Don't feel like you like others might tell you can't do it or something like that. Be head forward with what you're doing. Be true to what you're doing. So I rebranded a little bit too. So
yeah, and a lot of the time too, like, you know, people might look at these certain, you know, areas of business like, oh, how does this relate? How does this relate? You know, everything doesn't have to be so corporate for it to have a purpose or be intentional or be successful. And I think it's nice to have that balance and reminder of, hey, we're human. So when we're not working, we're allowed to enjoy a hobby, pick up a dancing lesson or but like also like for me, I always say like dancing is my therapy. Like when I work so much. So like, you know, when I'm out, you give me good music and I can just be free and dance. Like I'm in my element. Don't bother me. I'll probably look crazy, but I don't care. You know, and that's just, it's a space that's given to people, you know, and that's the importance and purpose in it. And why you have to keep going with those certain things. Because as an entrepreneur, as in, so, you know, certain craft, it's not always easy to just like stay so consistent, or like there might be a discouraging time, but like you to keep going, that's the true strength in becoming successful. Because it's like you said, having the patience to be aligned with the right people so they can help you evolve and elevate. You know,
I like what you just said. I mentioned my friend Emma. I also have to mention this guy. He's the DJ for the class. His name is DJ Big J. So shout out to him, because I'm not gonna get too personal, but you know, sometimes things happen in your life where you end up like somehow God will like put you in the same spaces as people. And you don't know why until things like branch off. And oh my God, he's extremely loyal. He's helped me, like he's Haitian as well.
I love
he's
it.
Haitian Jamaican. So he's a mixed breed, and he knows the music. He's passionate about
it's authentic to the culture. It's
authentic. And one thing I want to say, as Caribbeans, right? We eat the same foods, right? We have different spices, but we eat the same food. We listen to similar music. But I think it's extremely important for people to be as authentic as they can, especially when you're doing something. Me as a Jamaican, I'm doing something that is someone else's culture in a ways. Yes, Jamaicans and Haitians and Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, like, yes, we're all Caribbean, but everybody has their own specific thing.
But still all linked at the same time, connected, you know?
Exactly. So whereas I'm a Caribbean, I'm able to teach and learn, and because it's easy for me because it's already my culture. I just got lucky. Well, I'm blessed enough to be surrounded by people who, one, are Haitian, is their culture, and they encourage me and support me and help me help me do what I'm doing, basically, and support me in doing what I'm doing. And I know a lot of people here in Buffalo, and so that just tops it better. I've formed, I think I get so much support because I've supported other businesses in Buffalo, small businesses. I've made good friendships. You've
taken the time to build those quality connections versus the quantity, and that's what I always tell people.
You said it.
Yeah, and I said, you know, people have to understand too, not all blessings are only monetary, and you shouldn't only do things, you know, thoroughly just because it involves money.
You have to think it out.
And what you just said too, where it's just like, because you've spent the time, you know, showing up for other businesses, for other people with pure intentions and authentically, that circles back. So now what's happening, it's circling back for you now, because it's now your time to shine.
It did.
You know, and that's like I said, so it could be a blessing of a full class, or, you know, elevating to more programs, or the buildup of it. Those are still blessings in itself, even if it might not be $1 hitting your account, but the bigger vision is, if I keep doing this and building up, that's eventually where it will lead. So it's also an understanding, but also an understanding of still support and show love, even if it's not your time, But when you're genuinely happy for others, you know, God sees that and he will bring it back to you, you know, in that very moment. And like you said, align you with what you need and who you need.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, girl, I didn't know I was going to be doing this.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to be doing this.
And the power of connection. You know, you discovered me through Tiffany's page, owner of Konpa Aesthetics. You know, thank you, girl.
Yes, girl.
And that's what I'm saying.
My girl. I love her real
bad.
And
that's what I'm saying.
She's so supportive too.
She is. Like, show up for people. That's all you gotta do. Just show up. Show up, support.
Especially like when I see women doing anything, because I'm really big on supporting like women business owners. Like I'm really big on that. So me and her actually spoke, and I'm gonna get to her. I'm gonna get to you, girl. I cannot wait. But I'm really big on that also. So and her business is beautiful, and I love what she's doing.
And she's growing and elevating. I'm so proud of her.
Yes, and she's an inspiration as well.
Exactly.
Because think of me, a new business owner.
You're looking for motivation.
Yeah, when I see something like that, I smile.
It reminds you that it's possible, even if it's hard as heck right now. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
Right.
But and that's the big picture of it. If you could see yourself through the hard times, it's just going to get easier because the reward is going to make it feel easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, it was such a pleasure having you on my podcast. So much education, so much knowledge. Stay tuned because, like she said, it is just the beginning. She came for Konpa, but it's also nice to understand the history and how much it stems from. And this is the importance of meshing the culture and letting humanity be one and unique in our culture and tradition.
Absolutely.
Not based on skin color or how you look and feature, whatever the case is. You know, we are humanity, and there's such beauty in traveling, educating yourself, you know, learning and also understanding.
Thank you for saying
the culture. You know, I think that has gotten watered down and just
understanding and respecting too. Like, it's
you don't always have to agree with it, but just listen. You know, listening is learning and knowledge.
That part too.
You know, so
that part too. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, and this is information to you if you're not busy.
Okay.
Actually my big event, right, is June 27th.
Okay, so, I won't be in town, but okay. I know. I'll be in Puerto Rico again. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Bye.
I know, that's right. Bye. Okay. Well, I do it monthly.
Okay, good.
Monthly. Usually the second Saturday, maybe not, but I'll also be
And what is the event?
With you. It is the Konpa class, like the bigger event.
Okay.
So I'm working on getting like a studio and stuff like that. But every month I'm doing the big event where it's the dance class, the dance social, and after party.
Okay. Well, keep me posted. If I can't make this one, we'll make it to the next one.
Absolutely.
So yes, make sure you stay tuned, watch the elevation, watch the progress.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Absolutely. Don't forget, collaboration is what builds other people up. So
absolutely.
Tune in, subscribe, and support local.